Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play FrogComposband. And, well, spoilers, we are still playing a leprechaun. Ayali, the lucky death leprechaun, once again, level 44. 20 hours of playtime. Yeah. Which is quite a while, but it would be even longer if I hadn't taken a shortcut. More on that in a moment. So first of all, why this character? Well, it's been quite a while. Well, it's been a little while since the last episode went live, but also, as I mentioned during that episode, I had been recording ahead, so it's been even longer for me since I last recorded, but I did play on and off in the meantime, and basically just this one character. Because, you know, it bothered me. I wasn't quite satisfied with not having experienced the true endgame or the final evolution of this character specifically. Plus, you know, I seem to be missing something because obviously it wasn't really working out that well. Definitely not during those faster game modes. I was just not being able to keep up with how fast things were, you know, were getting more difficult and leaving me behind. But I also wasn't really looking forward to starting another playthrough on a slow game and, you know, playing for 40 hours or whatever. So it's been almost 20 hours at this point. We're only level 44. I'm expecting that maybe we're going to evolve, or whatever, at level 45. If we don't, then, well, I mean, I really hope that we do. Because, yeah, it's been a little while. I don't remember exactly what level I started this one at. Because, okay, I said I took a shortcut. Specifically, I gave myself a bunch of XP and gold, basically, just to skip ahead. So, I don't know. I think I might have jumped to level 35. Right, yeah, that would make sense, I think. It's been a few weeks at this point, even, like in real time. So I'm not entirely certain. I think I gave myself like 3 million gold and enough experience for level 35 or so, like right around where we stopped, at least level-wise. And just to, you know, shortcut to the mid-game, I suppose. And from there, I just kept playing as normal. Obviously, I started with no equipment, so I had to build all of that up. So I still cleared a bunch of low-level dungeons, but obviously, since I immediately jumped to, you know, the mid-30s level-wise, I had a pretty easy time starting out. Of course, by now, I've long just normalized, basically, to a point where a character like this would be after, like, twice the time played, at least. But things have slowed down dramatically, of course, as they always do. So level ups have been very, very slow. But we're now getting kind of close to level 45, and I mean, I guess I could have gotten a lot closer before even starting recording, but I figured, you know, I'm gonna want to record some more of this character at some point, probably, so I might as well start here. I'm about to hop into this slightly spooky dungeon. This one could actually be really, really dangerous. I mean, this is a dangerous dungeon. There are lesser krakens in there, at least 2 of them. Those are really the main difficulty here, I think. Everything else should be pretty manageable. In fact, I'm not entirely sure that I've dealt with them on this character, so that is interesting. However, I also feel somewhat powerful, because the other thing, right, that I haven't talked about the character itself at all, and the equipment and everything. So, yeah, previously, I was just, you know, under the impression that you were supposed to play this class, this monster, making use of its innate abilities. But apparently that's just not the case, because I have had a much easier time as soon as I started actually just using a weapon, like any normal character. In this case, I'm using this Sword of Tangri, which is just some artifact, some decent artifact sword. It's not amazing by any means, but it's pretty okay for a one-handed weapon. Pretty decent enchantment levels, extra strength. Yeah, I mean, and some electricity and fire brands, which are also Nice. I was using Sting, the short sword, for quite a while. We have the light crossbow Overkiller, very aptly named, like plus 21, plus 33, and extra speed on it. And that's a really, really nice crossbow. And as you can see there, the skills say that we are, Amber 30 for archery, but we're also Amber 15 for melee. So the character description mentioning that this character will never be particularly good at melee completely misled me, making me think that somehow, that was true, and this character would just not be doing very well with melee, no matter what you did. That is very clearly not the case, because I'm killing... I was playing as an archer mostly, I guess, to begin with, but still using a melee weapon mostly for the stats. But at this point, I'm killing way more things just in melee. Obviously, having a very strong range attack is definitely very useful, and we have some very, very nice ammo for it as well. The ring, Ring of Combat, which is of course powerful. Plus 10, plus 15 is a pretty good Ring of Combat. I would like to replace that because we're definitely missing some things. I'm not super happy with resistances. I don't think we have See Invisible. No, that's one thing that we're definitely missing. The other Ring of Protection, is also not amazing, but at least it gives some resistance. The amulet is also very nice in terms of extra damage, of course. The Stone of Lore is kind of whatever. At least it gives us auto ID. That's definitely useful. The armor is nothing special, but it covers some of those, most of those basic resistances, and is otherwise pretty decent. Again, combat bonuses. Cloak of Mary is okay. The Mithril Helm of the Vampire is also okay. Also gives some resistance. Yeah, I mean, I'm using the since quite recently I'm using this set of Spiked Gauntlet Steel Grip, which used to be heavily cursed. It had rapid metabolism, or whatever it's called, on it. I did remove that curse, and now the only curse that remains is minus 12% life rating, which is not great, but this character is already not super healthy, so I figured like 40 health less, or whatever it was, is probably not going to make a huge difference. But these gauntlets are otherwise pretty good, like plus 4 strength, plus 7 combat, and decent armor as well. And fire resistance, which I was also, so you can see there, but without those I only had the 50%. So we're still vulnerable to cold and electricity. But yeah, other than that, we have, some. It's a bit of a mixed bag. I'm not a fan of not having at least 65% resistance to all the basic elements that are likely to destroy your stuff. No shards, sound, or chaos resistance. Obviously no time, because time resistance just doesn't exist. Yeah, again, no See Invisible. But... oh yeah, you can actually see the minus 12% life multiplier there. So there's that. Yeah, Electricity Brand, Fire Brand, Slay Humans. I mean, some pretty neat stuff here. Our damage is quite solid for a one-hander. I mean, 300 base damage, 367 for the brands, and yeah, we got these Mithril Bolts of Returning here, plus 11 enchantment. Spend quite a bit of cash on getting those fully upgraded to the point where, well, they still have 4% breakage, and honestly, I'm still not entirely sure what governs that, because I'm sure that was down to 1% before. Then it was higher than that, higher than it is now. Now it's down to 4%. It's supposed to have to do with your archery skill or something, but I mean, that skill would only have been going up, not down, so I don't know. Either way, 4% breakage, so yeah, but they're very, very powerful bolts, of course, and they return at least some of the time. And we have 41 of them miraculously. I don't think I found those all at once. I just got a few at first and then happened to find more later. which was pretty lucky. Anyway, yeah, so that's some pretty good stuff. We gained the power of berserking, which I haven't even used. Oh, actually, apparently I cast it once. Okay. Don't know how or when I got that. That might just be a mutation, actually. We got some pretty interesting spells. You might have noticed the hoarding that it displayed at the bottom of the screen. That's a new one that I hadn't even seen before. I got that at level 42, yeah. Let's see, anything else I should be talking about? We have Blinking Death, which I haven't even tried yet. It does sound interesting, but I haven't really... I guess I haven't really been using the crossbow much lately, as I said. Mostly been killing stuff in melee. So, haven't really had, you know, the need to experiment with that. It does sound interesting, though. At hoarding... Well, I mean, I suppose I might as well say what it is. So Blinking Death, apparently you activate it and it causes you to just randomly, just blink basically to a random visible location after every action you take for a certain duration of turns. So I guess the idea is that you probably combine that with a some sort of range attack, or just as a means to, I don't know, I mean, could you use it to get away? I mean, not really get away so much, but just not stay in melee range of a character of an enemy. But the idea, I guess, is that you just shoot the enemy, randomly teleport, you know, randomly blink somewhere, shoot him again, just, you know, reappearing, disappearing, reappearing, and attacking at a range for, you know, for a while, completely unpredictably. I mean, it sounds cool. I don't know how effective it is. And then hoarding is something that I wasn't sure how good that was going to be, how annoying that was going to be to use. But it turns out that you activate that once, and then it just stays active forever, until you deactivate it, I suppose. And while it's active, whenever you destroy an item, you know, by pressing K, or automatically by using the Mugaminator, or Auto Destroyer, it gets converted into money as if you sold it. So that's definitely been helping me to make a lot of cash. I think I made like... I made 1 million gold just during my previous playing session off camera, where I cleared like a dungeon and did 2 quests. So yeah, that is definitely a very Leprechaun ability. And yeah, it's super convenient. I was thinking that maybe it would only last so long and you would have to manage it and really make sure that you always activate that before you're going to destroy something. But no, you just toggle that on basically, and then, you know, you can forget about it. So that's, yeah, that's amazing. There, I cleared a bunch of dungeons, as you can see. I've been mostly going in order of difficulty, although I guess I don't know, the Snow Castle seems pretty low, and I think I might even have a quest there, so that might have been a better one to start with, rather than doing this little 50 quest, but, you know. But, you know, oh yeah, I was defeated in the arena, unfortunately. Probably, as usual, took that one on way too early. And yeah, the statistics for stuff killed and whatnot would obviously be off, because... because I yeah, skipped the first 30-something levels or so. So I didn't kill as many things as a character of this level normally would have, but yeah, as I said, we're, you know, in most regards, we're basically there where we would be if we had not skipped ahead. Now, to end this character by foolishly stepping into this high-level quest, we'll see. Alright, equipment-wise, well, I mean, you can see what we have inventory. Tons of potions. I dropped a bunch of... I have so much in storage. I have a bunch of holy prayers, protection from evil, which I hadn't really been using much. Also, why do I have the Scroll of Acquirement with me? I don't know. I guess I can use it in here. It's level 50. Might as well. I've already used a few. And technically, I guess, optimally, you would just save them all until you're on level 99 of the dungeon, or even level 100, and just use them there for the best possible loot. But I mean, level 50 is pretty solid. Anyway, yeah. Right, protection from evil. I haven't really been using that a whole lot, but I've come to appreciate it more. It's definitely, I mean, since a majority of the enemies that you fight are evil, I guess, are classified as evil, this does help make their attacks sometimes just miss you or something. I think there's a message every now and then that says their attack was repelled or something. So yeah, I guess it can be quite useful. And then other than that, we have the standard stuff: recall, enlightenment, teleport for safety, even though we have a teleport spell, and we're not limited by mana, so we can basically always use that. But I have the staff just in case anyway. Destruction, which is not going to be useful in here, but can obviously be useful. Speed, very nice. I mean, obviously. Cure wounds, 2 healing staffs, one of them not that amazing, and also not fully charged. I only got that recently. I forgot to charge it before going here, but that's surely not going to be a problem. I recently did have my former curing staff destroyed, but then luckily got another one, which might even be better. So that's nice. And then confuse monsters. So yeah, nothing too special here, I would say. A bunch of backup healing potions as well. So yeah, let's do this. UA for enlightenment, MC for detecting, and we see a lesser kraken, which is the bright green L over there. This character, of course, is quite fast, as you can see there, plus 13 fastness. And that is with, while being constantly over-encumbered. Even at this point with no extra equipment picked up, no extra loot. Which of course we also don't have a ton of room for. The other constant problem, of course, is inventory clutter, but oh well. How do you even... Oh god, I forget everything. Okay. Yeah, we haven't killed one of these. Of course not. I am definitely a bit worried about these. Everything else I'm seeing here should be a problem. Serpentmen can summon, of course, so those are always a bit of a wild card. Yeah, they can summon. But they should also be quite killable. Obviously, we have killed a bunch of these on this character, and they're not very strong by themselves. Anyway, yeah, this character is fast. That's all I was trying to get at, I suppose. Maybe this is... oh, really, we cannot quite reach those Serpentmen. Never mind. But yeah, maybe we want to kill them at a distance as, quickly as we can. They are one-shots with our amazing crossbow, thankfully. But yeah, giving them as few opportunities as possible to summon stuff is definitely working out here. And of course there are more. Oops, did not mean to shoot you. I think we might be done with them. Oh yeah, and you can see that we're auto-destroying stuff and getting money for it. Obviously most of these, or some of these things are not worth a whole lot, but other things very much are. And I could obviously fiddle with auto-destroyer settings a lot more to make sure that we destroy a bunch of things like, mushrooms of disease, for example, which we still don't destroy, or unwanted scrolls that I just never care about. But I'm way too lazy, and sometimes I'm not too lazy to just manually destroy everything I come across, like those mushrooms, yes, which are only worth 16. I knew that was not going to be much, but Summon Kin, yes. All of them? Oh, see, I mean, that was worth it. A few hundred might already be worth it. More than 1,000, definitely worth it. In my book. Because obviously we want more gold. Always more gold. Right. We're not auto-destroying ego items, even though basically at this point in the game, no ego item is really going to be worth keeping for me. Oh no. The Kraken is still sleeping, okay. Wait, did I lose a bunch of... No, okay. I might have lost one. I know I had 41. The Cloak of Thorongel, I didn't even see that. I mean, that's some decent resistance. Electric Fire Cold. See Invisible as well. Armor is not amazing, and the rest is also not amazing. We are going to pick it up. Artifacts, of course, cannot be destroyed, so we cannot turn those into money, unfortunately, and selling is disabled on this run, so yeah. Really, artifacts that we're not going to use are not really worth picking up necessarily, unless, you know, in some cases I still do, and bring them back to the museum. Sometimes I'm not entirely sure that I'm really not going to use them, so I'll just put them in storage, but yeah. It's likely that we're not actually going to be using that one. I mean, we have the Cloak of Mary, which does give a minor combat bonus. It does give 1 point of speed. It does reduce strength, of course. It does give some confusion resistance. So without that, we would be only at 20%. Or is it 30%? 30%, yeah. I mean, that's better than nothing. I don't know, I do like the See Invisible. Do like the extra resistances. We would basically be gaining a point of strength. And we're already naturally quite speedy. Of course, we also have our speed staff to use. So I don't know, that might actually be worth using. Let's see how much it hurts us damage-wise. 299. And still 299. Oh, okay. So that... Huh. Like, -1 damage bonus, +1 strength. Perfectly evened out. Archery is down to Ember 27. Because Mary was giving us dexterity, I suppose. 1 point of dex. I mean, those basic resistances are looking much better. 72% fire resistance, I do like that. I've had a couple of things burned leading up to this point. So honestly, the less confusion resistance, that's a bit questionable. But See Invisible is definitely, I mean, having absolutely no See Invisible is super annoying, of course. It hasn't been a major problem so far, but obviously it's not ideal. So yeah, we'll just go with that, I suppose. Oh, there was a bunch here. Auto-destroying Rod of Recall, which we don't need. It's not going to be worth a whole lot, but, you know, a little bit. Anyway, speed up. Be heroic. That Kraken is going to hurt. And they're so tanky. Should I heal? Down to 250. Honestly, that's a bit dicey. I think it might be able to do a lot of damage all at once, all of a sudden. We are more than twice as fast, which is definitely helpful. I'm gonna just use a normal heal here. Okay. We resist the spell. Okay, that was a pretty heavy hit. Nasty cut as well. Heal up again. Heal up again. Heal up again. Ooh, we tried to heal. I mean, I have my healing staffs. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna use one now. Let's use the weaker one. Okay, breathe darkness. We can deal with darkness. Lightness. Lightness is our weakness. Darkness is fine. Okay, okay. We killed that one. Not too bad, and it did give us a good chunk of experience, didn't it? I wasn't really focusing on that at all, but it should have been worth like 20,000 games then. Let's see here. Thunderbolt of Returning, yes. Would you pick that up? Do I have to pick that up manually, I suppose? Those other bolts, I mean, we have plenty of good projectiles, so we don't really need that. And apparently we did use another... We did lose another bolt, is that right? I guess so. Right, okay, still only seeing that other... the second Lesser Kraken. There might only be two. Aquatic Naga. Like, I mean, you can see we're basically one-shotting everything. Oh, also, I should probably heal up a little bit. A ring. I forget if a normal ring is worth much. Not really. Should I just... let's see here. Oh no, there's a bunch more down that way. Ring of Speed plus 4. Not bad, but this character doesn't really need it. Gold disappears now. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and rest here real quick, just to top off. Speed up. Drink some heroism. Didn't need to do that from quite so far away, but, you know, it's fine. Okay. Oh, maybe the other Kraken was just far enough from solid land there at first that my missing shots, or the ones that didn't automatically return, were actually lost. That's how we lost one. Okay, we did some pretty good damage to it before it even got close to us here. There's the Darkness Breath. Let's heal. Okay. Well, this one's going much better. Okay, already dead. Yep, and we're down to 282k missing to level up. We'll have extra shots. Thanks, but no thanks. Let's see if we get all of our stuff back. Yes. Okay, didn't lose anything here. I don't know, +6 bolts, would those be worth converting? Not really. I found some fancy projectiles that were actually worth quite a bit of money, as it turned out, but not these. Also, I think I never checked this. Scroll of Enchant Armor. We don't really have anything that can be enchanted anymore, I think. Except maybe that cloak. Actually, the cloak might go up to 11. Well, it's unlikely. I suppose we know that, yes, we can enchant up to plus 11, but I don't know that scrolls will really get us there. Oh, quest complete. That was the last enemy here. Oh, well. So it turns out that was way more doable than I thought. I really was not entirely sure I would be able to deal with those Krakens, but, well, apparently I could. Right, that is not going to be useful, but it's quite a bit of money. Same Quiver of Holding with 250, but we have Quiver of Protection, which, you know, with 120. I think, I mean, that's plenty of ammo, to be honest. This is a really large quiver, though. Let's just take that and put it in the storage, just in case. Ring of the Devils. Not cursed. Although it sounds kind of foreboding. Cutlass Snowblade. 2d9 plus 17 plus 19. Could be our new weapon, perhaps? Large steel chest with multiple traps. Disarm. Wait, didn't it say... Oh, at first we failed, but then we still disarmed it? Okay, I'm not gonna question that. Nice stuff. The Pirate's Treasure. 10,000 gold. Let's quickly detect here so the game doesn't get on my nerves. 11,000. We destroy a high-level spellbook, which is 5k. That's always a very nice find, because obviously we don't have any use for those. Yep, another 5k, 800, 10k, 6k, 1200. And the Fur Cloak of Mook. Very high armor. Okay, a very decent haul here, I would say. Very decent. Anything that I should pick up? Not really. Okay. Not too bad. Not sure if that's the last quest here. I did do all the others from this town that I had before. It's too bad about the arena once again, but oh well. Was that from you? It was. Tsunami Wand. Well, those are powerful, but... Oh, okay. And apparently we exhausted this place's quests, for what it's worth. Tsunami Wand. Yeah, no, I'm just not using wands. Thanks for the 2,000 gold. Let's do some research. Apparently I never fully identified that new staff. Or that staff. The Ring of the Devils, plus 6 plus 4. I think that's combat bonuses, although if there is a way to tell if a ring gives combat bonuses, as in melee bonuses, ranged, or there are even magic bonuses, but I think those are only going to be a single number. So I don't know if there's a way to know if a ring gives melee or range bonuses. I guess either would be good, but I'm thinking about maybe... In fact, I'm definitely thinking about replacing my straight-up combat ring. I mean, this is far less powerful, but it does give plus 4 speed, which is amazing. Gives some extra disenchantment resistance, which is... I think I have some? Yeah, it's chaos that I don't have any, but I mean, that is definitely nice to have. Some extra electricity resistance, because why not? Free action for good measure. This is really not bad. If this is melee bonus, then I think I'm gonna be using this one. The Fur Cloak of Mook. Well, acid, cold, and chaos resistance. Levitation, we don't need that. We're already levitating, but that's some good armor and some decent resistances. Cutlass Snowblade. Only 2d9? I mean, honestly, that's not bad. What do we have? 3d5? That's... Oh boy, that's 3 to 15. And this would be 2 to 18. So maybe better damage, actually? Actually, I'm not sure. It might be like one more average damage or something. Plus 4 dex, which is kind of whatever. Sustain con, eh. Slay dragons, demons, and undead. I mean, that's not bad. Frostbrand, Mark of Chaos, and Sharpness. That sounds pretty good. Plus 4 dex is not the most exciting. It's gonna help with my archery, I suppose. But I would definitely prefer strength or constitution even to make this character a bit less squishy. I don't know. Let's see what the game thinks damage-wise about, you know, exchanging some of these things. So if we were to put on this ring, for example, replace a ring of combat. Yeah, that does reduce the damage quite a bit. 260. I mean, it's still solid, but obviously it's 40 damage less than we were doing, so it's not amazing. But the extra speed, electricity is up to 72 now, which is honestly too much. But if we're going to use the other cloak, then we're gonna lose See Invisible again. But might still be worth it. Disenchantment 40%, I mean, sure. Why not? Yeah, archery is up to 32. Melee down to 10. But we're plus 16 speed baseline, which is definitely very good. Okay, let's see here. The Fur Cloak of Mook. I mean, we literally just replaced the Cloak of Mary. Losing all those extra resistances there, but getting... well, Cold stays the same. Get Acid and Chaos instead. I mean, that's still quite solid. And there is some Chaos resistance now. Overall better coverage, I suppose. Yeah, no more See Invisible. Was nice while it lasted, I suppose. But there are gonna be other ways to get that, surely. Plus, we can always cast Detection. It's not ideal, but, you know. And how about this weapon? Surely this is not gonna be amazingly better somehow. Right, I mean, Tengri is giving... Oh, it's 45, actually, never mind. So the damage should probably be lower. The enchantment on Snowblade is a bit better, but... yeah. We're also missing out on the 3 strength. Fear resistance, free action, illumination. The brands on the new one are quite solid as well. Yeah, damage is down to 253. Really good damage against dragons. And, well, the Frostbrand is not that great, apparently. I don't know. I mean, the damage is lower. What are we gaining? Again, I already forgot. Different brands mostly, but not necessarily better, except against dragons. I don't know about that one. Think I'm gonna go with the Sword of Tengri. It's a shame. It's definitely not a lot worse, this new one. In fact, in some situations it might be the same or better. Hard to say, exactly. Potion of Strength. Oh yeah, unfortunately we've already hit the cap on Strength and something else, I think Constitution as well. Of course, the two stats that I tried pushing first, so that makes sense. Ring of Combat, Strength, Dex, and Constitution. And +5/+5. It's not bad. But also, you know, not that great. One thing that we could definitely replace, that I'm hoping to replace with something amazing, is that small metal shield of elemental protection. That is obviously extremely basic at this point. And yeah, we could basically replace that with anything. We don't need that extra level of acid protection, and the poison, while nice, is not the most crucial. So basically any good shield would do in that place. So that's nice to know that, you know, as soon as we find any half-decent shield, it's gonna be an upgrade. The boots are also not that great. In fact, now that we have an extra layer of disenchantment resistance, we can also replace that with almost anything. The helmet gives poison, darkness, nether. Yeah, we would be down to no darkness resistance without that one. So that's a bit trickier. Also, it gives us strength and hold life. Yeah, I don't know. But we have a couple of easy upgrades to find. We just need to find them. Let's see here. We're gonna drop that quiver. I didn't even use the scroll. That's fine. Definitely not gonna throw away that Ring of Combat. I might still go back for that. I don't know. Cloak. I mean, you know what? Just drop them all. Just drop everything here. Since we can't sell anything anyway, so, you know. Okay. Right. Well, that went quite well. And we don't have anything to fix, stats-wise or anything. We're apparently done in this town. Thanks for the extra gold. Do we have anything to enchant? Well, we can't enchant any further, but wait. No, that's of course... What was I thinking? Wait, the fur cloak. Oh, that's +20, right. Yeah, never mind. The Cloak of Thorongil, that one could have been enchanted, but not the ones that we currently have. So... Okay, where do we go now? Quests. Ah, the Giant Slayer, yes. I mean, I guess I can go to the Snow Castle. It's gonna start at level 30, which is obviously pretty low level at this point. Snow Castle, where are you? I think I've visited every dungeon on the overworld, or almost everyone, and entered briefly to be able to just teleport there. Just made a little tour of the world at one point. Snow Castle, all the way down there. Huh? Come on. I guess I'll stick around for the level feeling. Potion of Intelligence. Well, well, well. But other than that, I'm just gonna basically dive here. We're gonna be stopped at level 36 anyway for the quest, which shouldn't be a big deal at all. Huh? Ring of Wizardry. Destroy. Oh, there we go. I guess I must have pressed a wrong button. Yeah, I guess so. 2,600 coins. Oh, nothing more over here. Snow leopard, hello. And in fact, there's nothing over on this side. Twisting whirlpool, what? Cold vortex? Oh, there. Okay. I only saw the cold vortex monster memory there, and I was a bit confused about where I had even seen that. Got a single ogre warrior over this way. Okay, we got a few more ogres actually. A bunch of downward shafts. Oh no, come on. Surely this is not just a dead end. No, there is a bit more here. Potions of poison. Nice. Might as well just slaughter these real quick. And, whoops. Can't be all bad, really. Is there actually something more interesting over this way? Oh, Zoopy the Cube King, apparently. Okay, we should be able to deal with that one. Cloud Giant, get out of here. Okay. Well, let's speed up. Oh, poor Zoopy. Didn't stand a chance. I mean, this is only dungeon level 30, so not really his fault. Large metal shield. Well, I suppose Gloopy would have been the reason for the level feeling here, so we can just leave now. Level 32. Okay, nothing special here. Just some more polar bears, ice trolls, what you would expect to find here. Tulwar, oh, okay. All these tempting downward stairs here, but I'm gonna wait just in case. We can get an easy boss monster to kill. Of course, it could always be worth it, even if it's a bit lower level. And we did find, oh, this level was really small. So, I guess there really couldn't be anything here, unless I'm somehow missing a chunk of it. We did find an intelligence potion on the first floor, just randomly on the ground, so obviously that can always happen. Can we please get a level feeling? Thank you. That's what I thought. Okay, that almost looked like a boss group over there, but maybe not. Well, we do have a bunch of enemies at least. Of course, these are not going to be worth much experience at all. Amulet of Magi. Oh, wait. I'm blind. I was going to say, does this middle room here not have an entrance? When it clearly did, of course. Okay, a bunch of low-level stuff to destroy here, it seems. Ooh, 9k for that metal armor, that dragon armor, not bad at all. $6.2 million gold, coming along nicely. Right, another room absolutely full of trolls. Haste monsters. Probably not going to be worth much now. Not exactly. I really should just bite the bullet and look into, remind myself basically, how to change the auto-destroyer stuff and just make ego weapons auto-destroyed. That's the main part. Well, those are some of the most valuable things to destroy via hoarding. And, you know, they're quite common. Armors as well, I suppose. So if I could just change the setting for those, I would honestly save me a lot of button presses, but I don't know, it's just so daunting. I don't even want to think about it. Oh. Anything else? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, but the dungeon does continue. This level is a bit bigger, apparently. Can't be all bad again. Okay. Is there really that much more, though? Well, small leather shield of night and day. It would help with my light resistance, which doesn't really come up much, though, so... I mean, I said that basically any shield would be an upgrade. Not sure that this one would. It's also a small leather shield, so... yeah, well... at the very least, it would have to be a better basic type of shield. Oh, this is the extent of this floor. There's that dragon that we saw. What was that? Small leather shield, yeah, okay. The game heard that I want shields. Now it's giving me shields, but not exactly what I was thinking of. But I appreciate it, it's trying. Okay, some ogres, but no ogre boss or anything. So what was that level feeling all about? Huh. Oh, yeah, now it's a boring place. Okay, well. Huh. There we go. 10 Lesser Titans. I think I've fought Lesser Titans before on this character, so that should be fine, but they're always scary with their rock throwing and whatnot. I think that's mostly it. Okay, there are a bunch of them, and I've kind of lost track of where I am. Okay, never mind, here we are. Lesser Titan. Right, they're all awake. You can see 6 of them. We have not actually killed any of them. They are worth a bit. Throw a boulder. And they can summon monsters as well. Okay, I wasn't sure if the Lesser Titans would do that as well, but clearly they do, so that's always fun, of course. I should have absolutely sped up first. Thankfully, we do kill them pretty quickly. Like so. Okay, destroying stuff. Make that hammer, yes please. Okay, something's trying to frighten me. Okay, 4 arrows. Actually, just slightly more than 3 to kill one of those titans. Not bad. Well, it depends, of course. That was a rock. Didn't destroy any potions, though. That's rare. Let's heal. There might be another one coming. Well, apparently there wasn't. Lamp, not really worth destroying. Bolts, scrolls, okay. A warg sleeping. And monsters were summoned. Thankfully, only flame spiders. Yikes. Oh, the snow melts. Interesting. Forgot that was a thing here. Rock Giant, cool. Do we have more enemies summoned, or... Oh, I think not. Let's confuse the monsters just a little bit. Warg is confused, Lesser Titan looks confused. Bodak! Oh, I didn't even see the Bodak. Oh, never mind, the Bodak is right next to us. That's also a summoner, I'm pretty sure, so... Yeah, okay. Definitely want to destroy that one, which we did, just like so. Rock Giant, get out of here. Oh, that one's confused, right? Flame Spider, yeah, okay. It always looks very dramatic when these, you know, flame jumps happen. Okay, good. We confused all the Titans, I think, so... Feeling relatively safe here. Okay, oh, hey there. Mr. Titan. That was a pretty nice hit. I think I took him out from about half health with that last attack there. Not too shabby. We are also really, really nice and fast now with speed. Plus 26 speed, that's... that feels pretty good. Let's just go ahead and heal up here. Most of the way. Oh, might as well double check. Okay, so we actually got another Titan approaching from the north there. Or maybe he was confused and... I don't know. Got some spiders that ran away. Stone Giant, okay. Oh, wait, is the Titan not there? Oh yeah, apparently it really is confused. I thought I had already killed the ones that I confused up there, but apparently not. Okay, let's just sort through some of the stuff here, or all of the stuff really. Ninja Toe. Roguelike, yeah, whatever. Give me that money. Pointy hat. Set of mithril gauntlets of free action. Looked kind of fancy at first, but no. Haste monster. We already know that's not worth it. Longbow, pointy hat. Ring of speed plus 3. Okay. I think that should be just about it for this eastern part here. Oh, hey there, Lesser Titan. We're no longer fast. Well, no reason to be stingy here. Potions of curing. The game insists on picking those up. And to be fair, they have come in handy previously when I had my curing staff destroyed. But for the most part, I shouldn't need them. That's fine. I can keep them for now. This might be the last one? No. Wait, it was a total of 10? No, it was the last one. Okay. Potions of curing. Antidote. Line of fire. Wisdom. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Oh, int. I didn't even realize that int is now maxed out, in fact. Wait, was it already maxed out? Or did that potion earlier do that? I wasn't even paying attention, clearly. Oh, okay, so strength, int, and con are maxed out. Which is always, you know, a bit of a shame. In a way. Charisma? Well, that's not maxed out. But we're probably getting there for all of the stats. Surprising amount of... Huh? Some surprising amount of traps in this room here, but I think that's just random. Nothing special about this otherwise. Oh, okay. And I guess that's it for this floor. A single ghost. Not really even worth. Although ghosts sometimes drop a surprising amount of items. Is it still around? Oh, I guess it wasn't. Oh, maybe it was. I think it was basically asleep, or I don't know, maybe ghosts don't sleep. Some enemies where you don't think that they would still usually start out asleep or inactive, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. Single links. Well, this there's just not a whole lot going on here. What? Surely the links didn't just throw a rock at me, so... No, I guess I would have been the Frost Giant. That would make more sense. Of course we lost a healing potion. Right, we also want to keep detecting here, don't get too lazy. Get some ice scrolls, green puyo. Two potions of strength. If only I could use them. But I can destroy them, and they are worth a good amount for sure. Two of them, that should be like 15k or 16, 17. Yes. Didn't I already say yes? 16,666 coins. That is not bad. Warhammer of Slaying, 1100. No level feeling yet. Guess we'll keep going. Okay. I think this might just be boring. Yep. So I'm pretty sure we've literally seen all of it. Well, almost all of it. Down to level 39. Slowly getting to the more interesting parts. Mature Black Dragon, Storm Giant, Cloud Giant. But honestly, nothing very concerning here. Augmented Chainmail. Some... Wait, oh, that was a mushroom, never mind. It summons monsters. Wait, what did? Was that? No, what was that actually? There's nothing near me. Unless the poleaxe of animated attack can summon monsters. Oh, okay. Well, to be fair, I just didn't see it there. I saw it on the list, I guess, technically, but I wasn't really. It didn't really register. At first. Okay. So that summoned the eagle, which I then destroyed. Because I did fight the eagle boss for Thoro something. No, not Thorongil. Thorondil, that's the cloak that I had, right? Earlier this session. But something Thoro. From Tolkien lore. That was the boss in the Eyrie, right? The Eyrie, whatever. It's however you pronounce that. That dungeon when I cleared that off camera. And that one summons other eagles. That's why I thought, oh wait, Is this an eagle that summons? No. It was not, I think. Unless the lesser eagles can also summon even lesser eagles, but I don't think they can. Yes, we want to destroy that. Teleport. No, thank you. Cursed. No, thank you. Another cursed armor. Get out of here. Object, but no enemies. Alright. Well, that's not a very great quiver. Storm Giant. Sure. Scroll of Destruction. Not right now. Still have that Scroll of Acquirement as well. Oh, we did pick up the Scroll of Destruction. You know what? I don't know that that's worth a lot. Let's see here. Nope. It sure isn't. Oh, Biclops. Potion of Speed, whatever. I really don't need those at all. I just have them out of paranoia, I suppose, that I might just lose my speed staff, which of course could happen. So it's not just paranoia. But those are mostly just a buffer for, you know, not having something more valuable destroyed, like my Potions of Healing, which I definitely would like to keep as many as possible of, just as a backup. But there goes one, of course. You know what? Speaking of speed, there we go. Stupid Biclops. There we go. It's always those rock throwers that will ruin my day. Did I lose any of my arrows? I don't think I did. No. Boring place, huh? Well, maybe it is now. There's still a couple of enemies left, at least. At this point, we might as well finish the job. Especially since we were still buffed. Large Leather Shield of the Valkyrie. Well, well, well. And it's the Large Leather Shield of the Valkyrie. I didn't even realize at first that it was an actual artifact. Well then, that should... I mean, basically, no matter what it does, it should be better than what we had. And it is better armor. Not by that much. I mean, I guess it's just a leather shield. Although, a large one. We don't know anything about it, so I don't know. Does that mean that it probably does not give any elemental resistances? Not sure. Either way, glad I stuck around. Maybe not the most amazing artifact shield out there, although, who knows, maybe it's really good. It might give See Invisible, for example. Surely Valkyries are known to interact with the recently departed, so, you know, being able to see ghosts would make sense for them? Maybe? I don't know. Probably just wishful thinking. What? I swear I pressed... What? Okay, what's going on? Huh? Oh. Interesting. But why did it ask me for a direction before? Because I just instinctively hit MC. Also, oh, wait. It's the shield. Yeah, oh, the shield prevents me from casting magic. That unfortunately is kind of a deal breaker. Kind of need this. I mean, honestly, 99% of all the magic I cast is detection, but I do cast that all the time. Obviously, I depend on that quite a bit. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Stippled Valkyries, what do you have against magic? Come on. Still haven't tried the Blinking Death. Honestly, I don't know. Next time I find myself in a large-ish open room with a tough enemy, I'm gonna give that a try. Something that is likely to require multiple shots, or else obviously it's not really gonna be a very effective test. Got some ogres, young multi-hued dragon. Okay, thanks for the potions of healing. I think that was... I kind of wish it'd tell you how many you picked up, and not just how many you ended up with. And I suppose that's the more important bit of information, I suppose. Well, honestly, it's not for me, because I have the my item list open at all times. For someone playing with just a main menu and no side windows for extra bits of info, I guess. Just being reminded of your overall number makes the most sense in the moment. But I think we were down to 15, so probably found 2 right there. You don't usually find huge stacks of those, of course. Sure would be nice if you did. Oh, what's that? Potion of Wisdom. Which we still need, actually. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, not really getting a whole lot of an increase out of that anymore, though, so... That definitely indicates that we are getting to the limit there. Resist cold, sound, blindness, and fear. I mean, sound resistance is pretty rare, so that would have been nice, but the anti-magic is unfortunately not going to work out. I mean, really, there is no scenario that I can see where I would actually use this, so, no. Drop. No. Drop. W, please, thank you. A boring place? Well, actually, I'm going to take your word for it. Let's see here. Well, 43 of the dungeon. Started at 30, so I don't know. What is it going to be? 45, maybe up to 50. Probably not more than 50. So we're getting there. Mature gold dragon. Ancient multi-hued dragon, actually, as well. Bunch of dragons in this room here, in fact. An amulet. Gnomish boots. Okay, we've got a Rusalka down there. Okay, this dragon is putting up a bit of a fight. Weapon skills are increasing, right, because this sword that we're using, despite just being called the Sword of Tengri, is classified as a Tolwar. Okay, Breeze Frost. We're not really particularly impressed by that. In fact, we barely took any damage. But that is, of course, because the dragon breathed while being almost dead, so that would have been at its weakest. Wow. And all of that loot was worth, like, maybe less than 1,000 gold. Definitely less than 1,000 gold, so that was possibly, quite possibly, the least rewarding dragon I've ever killed. Well, at least that I paid attention to. I suppose, well, yeah, no, it almost certainly was not the least rewarding one, because I've killed thousands of them at this point, probably. Like, that one quest, I think the one that's just called Dragon Quest, in fact. that has you clear that dungeon full of dragons. Obviously there you cannot possibly keep track of what each individual dragon even drops for you. Plus, of course, there are baby dragons, but I mean, even if we don't count those, if we specifically talk about ancient dragons of any kind, surely there must have been one at some point that dropped less than this one just did. This is not gonna be good. I saw all those resistances, but the damage, the armor is just not great, and the combat bonuses aren't great, so nah. Ooh. Okay. Bunch of ogres and a fire giant in here. Boring place, yeah. Level 45, not the bottom of the dungeon. Single freezing sphere over there. Polar cat and angel down that way. Oh, not this way. Or that way. A lone orc berserker. Unusual. Orcs, of course, tend to come in large groups, but not that one. He was an outcast. Oh, okay, this polar cat is tougher than I thought. Okay, good to know. I feel like this could be another boring dungeon, boring level. Mithril Helm of the Troll. 5 extra damage. Okay, armor. Plus 2 strength. Minus int, minus light? Wait. Give me that. Inspect. Oh, it's actually vulnerability to light, right? Of course, of course. Yeah. We have enough of that already as it is, so no thanks. Yes. What was that? It breathes shards. Oh my god. A shimmering vortex. God damn it, I wasn't paying attention to what that was. Potion of speed and 2 potions of healing were destroyed. Yikes. Okay. That is entirely on me, of course, for just not paying attention to what I was running into here. Yeah, there are 2 more vortices as well. It's not some sort of special room, is it? Well, I don't know. It definitely seems like an unusual number of vortex-type enemies. Especially considering, or, you know, including the somewhat rare shimmering and shard vortex, so I suspect that there must have been something unusual going on there. Something fires an arrow. A griffin. How does a griffin fire arrows? Like, griffins I'm familiar with don't even have hands. So, yeah, I don't know how that makes sense. Anyway, so that's -3 healing potions. Wait. -3? Yeah. Yeah, I guess we were at 17, not 18. I don't know why I thought 18. For a moment there. Potions of Giant Strength. Okay. I have those. Oh, Small Metal Shield of Perseus. +2 Strength. Acid, Cold, Resistance, Reflection. Well, well, well. Better armor. Some resistances. In fact, acid and poison versus acid and cold. So minus poison plus cold, which is probably putting us at too much cold resistance. Well, I mean, more than we absolutely need, but of course, cold being one of the common sources of potion destruction, I guess I can use some more of that. Of course, those last couple of cases were based on a lack of shard resistance. But, you know. A Nightblade, okay. Not to be confused with us. Push of speed, thanks I guess. Some random loot on the floor. Cold Vortex, line of sight. Apparently there was. An Elven Cloak. Amulet of Sacred Knights. The Amulet of Sacred Knights. Wait. 10 armor. 2 strength and wisdom. Confusion and chaos resistance. Free action, see invisible, hold live, regen, blessed. What were we using? Nothing too amazing. Fantastic wealth. Oh, +4, +14. Oh, if that's a melee bonus, which would be insane, but if it is, then that's going to be hard to replace. Obviously, everything else is completely negligible on this one. Ooh, I don't know. $229. Oh no, it is a combat bonus. Fantastical wealth, though. What's up with that name? +4, +14. That is an insane damage bonus. Yeah, I can't really. Could I? Actually, we're up to archery Ember 35 for some reason. I mean, 10 armor is nice to have. Our armor is not so good that that I'd say that we don't need any more. But when would that ever be the case? +2 strength, obviously, would be nice to have. Confusion and chaos resistance. Yeah, I mean, both of those are only at 1 level of resistance right now, so that would be nice to have. See invisible, of course. But not for losing 40 damage again? Down to 229, was it? Below 300 for our brand hits. I don't think so. I need my damage. I can't lower it too much. It's very unfortunate. That is otherwise a very, very nice amulet. But then so is the one that we're using, so, you know. Restore Constitution. Not needed right now. Ancient White Dragon shouldn't be a problem with our... Well, Restore Constitution... Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. It wasn't our potions. It was just on the floor. So, yeah. I was going to say, with our cold resistance, we shouldn't really have anything to fear from it. And, well, we don't. No feeling for this place yet. Oh, this is a bit of a special setup here, actually. There's also apparently a moaning spirit right next to us. Hey there. We did destroy it, okay. It did drop an item for us as well. Destroy that. And what is this over here? Steel bolts. Oh. Oh. Fancy looking weapon, but no good for us. Another one of these dragons. Also not a problem. Quiver 100, worth 87. Yeah. Okay, it is a boring place now. It had this one slightly interesting room set up here, but... Oop. That's apparently about it. Let's see, one final check. Ooh, wait. What is that thing? Oh, the moaning spirit dropped this through the wall, but it's just flasks of oil, actually. Never mind. There's Luigi, but Luigi is friendly, right? Pretty sure he is. Heroism. I mean, even if he's friendly, we could still kill him, of course. It wouldn't be very nice, but we could do it. Oh, never mind. He's not friendly at all. Okay, well, screw you, Luigi. You always were the lesser brother anyway. You dropped a nice, valuable book for us, a pair of dragon wings. Yes, we want to destroy it. Wait. Huh? No. Oh, did we? Dragon wings got auto picked up. Okay. That being said, we can destroy our old shield. Yeah. But also these dragon wings. The 49. More ancient white dragons. Makes sense for this place. Definitely do like when ancient dragons run away from me in fear. Or try to, anyway. Up to 6.4 million gold. And you see the hundreds of thousands just flow in before you even know it at this point. Very nice. Yes. I mean, how much is a lamp like this worth? Not much. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Cloak of the Graveyard Cyclops. Wow, okay, all kinds of interesting sounding cloaks. We'll pick it up. Mature dragon. Okay, nothing too special. Let's head over this way. What is that? Not much. What is that? Also not much. Blood freezer. Oh, hey there. Alright, there is a mature white dragon over that way. Let's keep heading this way. This might be a bit more of a more interesting floor that we might want to just clear out anyway. We got a Demi-Lich here. I mean, how tough is this one, actually? We haven't killed one. It's worth 14k. Level 54. Oof, okay. Well, you know what? Why don't we speed up, cast Blinking Death. Okay, we immediately blink after that. We do have blink status active at the bottom center. Now we don't see him, so... yeah, that's maybe confusing for the enemy, but also a bit confusing for me. Thankfully, the game does remember your last target, even if you lost sight of him in the meantime. Come on. Bring him back into view. What's that? Oh, the Zephyr Lord. Wait. Crap, we need to actually kill that one. Demi-Lich. Lith? What? Demi-Lich did heal itself. Okay, we killed the Zephyr Lord. We did not kill the Lich. Still didn't kill the Lich. Still fleeing in terror. Still not destroyed. No, stop it. Can we stop the Blinking Death stuff? Or do I actually need to toggle that off as well? When using this, you will execute a short-range line-of-sight teleport after every action. Is that actually also a toggle? Might be. Okay, yeah, it is. That is good to know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's fun. It's more funny than fun, maybe, and definitely more funny than useful, I feel. I don't know. I feel like it's... Like, if I had way more vision range, I mean, the problem here was, of course, that I needed to be pretty close to the enemy to even see them. So with a character that has much better vision range, or telepathy, or, you know, some kind of way to keep track of your enemies over a larger distance, that would be more useful. As it is, though, that was mostly confusing for me. I mean, I suppose the enemy also had trouble keeping up with me or catching up with me. I don't know that the Lich even attacked me once, but of course, a Lich is also, you know, a ranged enemy. In fact, that probably was one of the worst types of enemies to even try that on. Although, looking at the monster recall there, I guess these have range attacks, curses, that don't summon at the very least. Honestly, using that against an enemy who summons would have been really bad, because I would have been, you know, wasting a lot of turns, not even attacking, giving the enemy time to do all kinds of things. So yeah, I don't know. Blinking Death, interesting, but maybe of limited usefulness. What am I trying to do here? I want to destroy this thing. Mana Bolt is good, but what? Oh, why did I deactivate Hoarding? Wait, can you only have one or the other? Oh, apparently so. That's weird. Why? Why is it mutually exclusive? I guess you can only focus on one or the other, or something. No, it's okay. We didn't lose any bolts. That's always good. Harp. I don't think instruments are worth much. Nope. Well, a few hundred at least. We have a mushroom of restoring, actually. Do we need to keep that? Do we have anything else to get rid of, perhaps? Still have those potions of curing, but of course we're not at our inventory limit, so We don't need to get rid of anything right now. My luck is turning, you say. Okay. For the better, surely. Red Dragon Scale Mail should be worth a decent amount. Yep. Ooh, that's the end of the dungeon here. So, oh, Rock the Black Troll, I see. In fact, which one of these is it? That one. Okay, I mean, that's a relatively low level boss, all things considered. Charisma, not maxed out. Still not maxed out. Might be close, though. Oh, hey, this guy's awake, but... yeah. Now he's sleeping forever. Get some Ologs, though. Ologs are not fun. Actually, we only had one, though, so that's fine. Rusty whatever. Ooh, worth 5k despite being cursed. Fishing pole of Taikobo. I mean, that's not going to be destructible, right? Because it's also an artifact. Yeah. Staff of Curing, 7 charges. No, thank you. Maybe you should have kept it as a backup, but surely I'm never going to have one destroyed again. A Greater Titan. That is actually a bit scary. Mostly because they can summon. But also because it's a Titan. But that being said... oops. That being said, come on. There we go. It was not actually a problem at all. Man, we're still 147k away from leveling. It's so slow. Did I mention that? I mean, I guess I'm not exactly power leveling right now. Like, this is obviously a relatively easy dungeon here. I'm just gonna go ahead and heal up, and it looks like the next level is gonna be the final level here. Yeah, Utgard Loki lives on this level as the Keeper of Snow Castle. Well, let's visit him if we can. For now, we only have some cave ogres and a ranger. Was there even anything in this lower room? Let's... oh. Hey there, Utgard Loki. Well, that saves me the trouble of trying to find you. Why don't we go ahead and just buff up? Just use some of our resources here. Read Holy Prayer. Or try to, at least. He is evil. You know what? Okay, the Holy Prayer didn't work. But protection from evil. There you go. I am frozen. Okay, so he deals frost damage. He's repelled. Nice. I landed a great hit. He's pretty healthy, though. Okay, he can summon Kin, which is obviously not great. Taking a little bit of damage here. He healed himself. But he's going down for sure. Okay, getting repelled. Let's actually use a healing staff here to just top off and He flees in terror. I like that. And he's dead. Very nice. Well, we're running out of things to increase. Let's maybe just max out charisma here. It's not maxed out. Wait. No, it's not maxed out. Oh, because we only got 2 points, right? Yeah, okay. So it probably will max out at 18,100 then. Anyway. Snow Castle has been conquered. We got our bolts back. Great Eagle, Cold Vortex. Okay. I don't know if it's worth sticking around here. It is a level 50 dungeon level, I suppose. Could be some nice stuff. Gauntlets, Pornimen. I'm not quite sure what that might be from. It does have some combat bonus. Well, depending on what else there is on it, might be worth using even. Although we would definitely be losing some damage. Again. Okay, interesting. 3 misses in a row against a Cold Vortex. That's certainly unusual. But just normal bad luck, I suppose. Elder Vampire. Ent and Mist Giant. Okay. Definitely rare to find an Ent out in the wild. Okay. Keeps trying to attack me with darkness, to no avail. Mist Giant? Oh, there he is. What was that? Boring place now. Okay, well, that's fair. But at this point, I might as well just finish the job. Hey there, Ent. You're friendly, though, aren't you? Apparently not. Okay, maybe this character is just naturally repulsive or something. Also, the Ents are tough. Okay, I threw a rock. Speed potion destroyed. Yep. That dealt a lot of damage. Ouch. What? Really? Oh, I was expecting to just finish it off here, but that's what I get. It throws another rock. Speed potion destroyed. I'm down to 100 hit points. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's what I get for... That's what I get for attacking an Ent, I suppose, and underestimating it. Also, I was trying to use my healing staff there, and I failed. And I'm just incredibly lucky that the Ent didn't do anything. I mean, I probably would have attacked... I would have survived its normal attack, but if it had thrown another rock... Not sure if it could have done that right now, but... That would have been... That could have absolutely just killed me right there. So, you know what? Why don't we drink a healing potion here? Yes, absolutely do that. And finish it. My god. That was worth a lot of experience, though. I could have sworn Ents are some of those enemies that just always spawn as friendly, but I don't know. Is there something about my character that makes normally friendly entities always hostile? I mean, we're not aggravating, right? We're not sexy. We're only lucky. Apparently not so lucky. I don't know. Maybe Ents just naturally dislike certain inherently evil creatures. Like, but yeah, I swear, I mean, Well, I'm pretty sure that Mario is friendly. Maybe Luigi isn't, but that wouldn't really make a lot of sense. Well, I don't know. Maybe actually... I don't know. Iron Helm of the Troll. No thanks. No thanks. 6.5 million gold, though. And less than 100k for leveling. We finished a quest as well. Is the dungeon complete? I mean, at this point, it probably basically is. Well, no, there's a little bit more. Ancient multi-hued dragon. The last one wasn't so particularly worth it, but surely this one. Well, gave me a bunch of stuff, including this potion here, which we no longer have a use for, but it's worth over 8,000. Gave me this... No, not that. That's not destructible anyway. It gave me this scale mail here for another 9,400. 9 gold for this sling, okay, I mean. The Beaked Axe of Theoden. 2d7 plus 10 plus 12. 3 Wisdom, Constitution, SD, Slow Digestion, Blessed, Slay Dragons. Meh. Kind of underwhelming. Definitely not something I want to use. I guess I can't take it and put it in the museum, because I'm about to leave here anyway. Yep, okay. I think we're out of here. That end was definitely making this a bit more exciting than it otherwise would have been. So it was a nice little, you know, last second bit of excitement. What am I trying to do here? Right, that cloak. Resist light, chaos, and fear. Permanent light as well. Interesting. And those gauntlets? Frostbrand. Which is going to be overwritten by our weapon enchantment anyway. Yeah, so these unfortunately aren't that useful. Very frost themed, so I guess quite appropriate for the dungeon we found them in, but not so useful to us. Rest, feed, and we got a bunch of we got a bunch of things to drop into our storage, which actually I was going the right way to. What do we have here? Nothing. In fact, it looks like much of the same stuff that was there the last time. I don't know, probably just a coincidence. We were definitely away for long enough to have everything restocked, I would say. Let's drop off that mushroom, which we didn't really need to keep in the first place. The amulet is super nice. Let's just put it here. That cloak. I mean, those resistances are really interesting, but I just don't think it's better than the other one that we got. The gauntlets are definitely not that great. The axe is also not that great. Potions of curing can go. I have this potion of these potions of giant strength and stone skin because they're technically decent, but also, you know, they're kind of taking up inventory space, and I don't really, I don't know, I don't ever really use them. I probably should just do that, but yeah, I don't know. Scroll of Acquirement, yeah, I still haven't used it. You know what, let's just Drop those. Check my cloak again. Right, Acid, Cold, Chaos. Yeah, we could do without the Acid and Cold resistance, actually. The levitation doesn't do anything. 3 plus 20 armor is nice. And this one is this somewhat needed light resistance. Armor isn't that much less. We do now have some light resistance. Basic resistances are still all at 65. I mean, maybe that's better. So ultimately we really only lose a little bit of armor. We get some extra fear resistance, we get some extra illumination. Okay, that's still Vampire Helmet. Yeah, that gives us permanent darkness, reducing our light radius. So we counteract that a little bit more now. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. That seems pretty decent. That quest that we completed is from Moribund. So let's head there next. We're otherwise done here anyway. Moribund. Where's the quest from? Actually, wait. No, I don't know. It could just be from the castle. I really wish the game just outright told you, but it's fine. Quest. Not from here, apparently. Is it from one of these places? Oh no, actually I think... I don't know why I looked at it, but then I thought, no, that's not the place. But maybe it is, actually. Not this one here, of course. Just checking... I don't know. Don't think there's anything useful here. It's here, right? Quest, yeah. Set of spiked gauntlets of the giant. +0, +4. 3 strength and constitution. Meh. Anything else? Yes. Ooh, oh, Dragon Slayer. Level 66. Go to Tiamat's lair and kill 10 great worms of many colors. Yeah, maybe not right away. Or maybe ever. Because that one sounds like... sounds a bit suicidal, to be honest. Those gauntlets we don't need. Okay. Other quests? Well, we do have the old castle. We've done a couple of level 50 quests at this point. Lost Temple of the Spider God. Honestly, I don't even remember ever seeing that one before. That definitely seems interesting. Local explorers have discovered a well-preserved ancient temple hidden under the ruins of the old elven embassy. It seems, though, that the temple was less forgotten than we had assumed at first. The descendants of these spider cultists who originally built it have kept it in active use. Now I fear they will attempt to summon their dark god to punish us for disturbing this unholy shrine. We must strike first and destroy the spider cult, but you are the only one I can trust to do it. Oh, that sounds super interesting. I'm pretty sure I've never done this one before. But that's also a good reason to not do it now when we're that close to at least reaching our goal of seeing, you know, of reaching level 45 and hopefully witnessing that final stage of evolution for this character. So maybe I should play it a bit safer and do something a bit less likely to get me killed. And then we can head into this quest once we are level 45 and hopefully evolved. Oh man, it's going to be such a disappointment if we don't actually. If nothing special happens at level 45, I'm so banking on that being the case. I mean, that's entirely on me, of course. Do we do the old castle, though? Mighty undead, evil spellcasters, dragons, and even titans. Oh, wait, is it? No. I was thinking of a quest of a particular map that has all of those things, but it's not really a castle. Or is it? Is it the one that I'm thinking of? I don't know. There are so many. Destroying all the monsters within. Oof. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it has definitely given me trouble in the past. But then again, it might not for this character. I don't know. I could always do some dungeons. Because there definitely are some... Maybe we should just head into a dungeon. In fact... I mean, we're kind of close at this point. 84,000 experience, but also been recording for 2 hours now. I should probably just take a bit of a break in general. I'm gonna continue the episode, but maybe I'll just play off camera a little bit. Just do something relatively safe, I guess, until I'm really, really close to leveling up. And then we're gonna see what happens and where we go from there. Yeah, let's do that. Well, remember how I said that I was going to do something safe? I decided to just jump into this castle quest after all, because the more I thought about it, the more certain I felt that it was probably this place. And it is dangerous, but also I feel like everything in here are things that I should be able to deal with. And in the past, when it was giving me trouble, it was mostly because everything had woken up at some point and was just swarming me. And this character is super stealthy, so I've been able to just basically pick and choose my fights here so far. Just make my way through from the entrance, which in this case happens to be in the center bottom there. Just straight up, basically, through the main hall there, and up into this upper part here, where I just destroyed the second one of the greater titans, leveling me up to level 45. Please. Okay, we get a raise. We get a raise for our... Let's fix our wisdom, I guess. Sure. Oh, I did not evolve. No! It was all for nothing. It was for nothing. Well, not completely for nothing, but... Oh, that's definitely a disappointment. What am I gonna do with this one then? I guess the Leprechaun adventure just continues. Man, I mean, I suppose I'm just gonna continue clearing this place then, since I already started it. I suppose it's definitely gonna have its fair share of interesting encounters. Yeah. I just don't know about this other quest then that I'm not familiar with. Maybe I'm going to save that one until I guess I reach level 50 on this character. I'm just gonna have to... Well, I mean, I guess with this dungeon clear here, that's gonna take a little while. This should be, at the very least, make enough, footage for one video, obviously. And after that, I guess I'm gonna continue playing more cautiously, perhaps. Well, I say that, but we'll see. Ideally, more cautiously, off camera, to the point where I can, get very, very close to level 50. So at least we're going to be able to see what happens then. Surely there's got to be something stronger than this Death Leprechaun. Or maybe there isn't, I don't know. Maybe this is the final level? I feel like there has to be something more to it, though. But, well, anyway, for now, this is it. I mean, our stats currently look amazing, of course, because I'm still buffed quite a bit. Archery, Amber 47. I mean, that's pretty good stuff. Anyway, let's not just die immediately. In fact, let's map out more of the dungeon. Let's see here. Okay, we got 8 Hezrus over there. What do we have that's near us here? We got the Master of Empire and Crypt Thing. Those aren't particularly tough at all. Monastic Lich is a bit tougher. And then further down that way, the Death Drake. Okay. Huh? Wasn't trying to move, game. Pretty sure I hit the L button there, but guess you know better. Monastic Lich. We have killed one of those on this character. Yeah. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. Famous last words. The Death Drake. Likewise, we have actually killed one of these. Okay. So this side of the dungeon shouldn't be particularly dangerous. We get a bunch of water trolls down that way. But yeah. Nothing super concerning. These demons over here. An Archangel is actually pretty weak. Never mind. Ebony Monks are somewhat tough. Hazru, we've killed plenty of these, but they do summon demons. And there are a lot of them. But they're also sleeping, and they're not too tough individually, so with any luck I might be able to just sneak up on them and slaughter them before they get a chance to do anything, but we'll see. Okay, first we got a bunch more things here. Oh, actually, speaking of things, I did find this Lucerne Hammer Magic Bane. I mean, Magic Bane, I don't know. Has me worried now that it might be another item with anti-magic on it, which would of course make it useless to us. But, I mean, the damage looks really, really nice. 3d6, I mean, that's pretty solid base damage, but plus 25, plus 20? Yes, please, depending on what other enchantments it might have. Could be something. Okay, we're slowing down, that's fine. What have we here? Restoring. We are only missing some charisma. Maybe I'm gonna leave that there, because we might get drained more. In fact, I only had some of my attributes drained because I foolishly approached a time bomb, of which there are 6 in that central hall there, the foyer. And I forgot that there are not just time bombs, but they are actually time bombs, like they're time elemental. And so, if you get hit by their explosion, they will drain your attributes and sometimes even take experience away. I don't know that I lost experience in this case, or maybe I did a little bit, but not much. But yeah, that was definitely very avoidable. Yeah, destroy that. And Master Vampire is such a low-level creature at this point. Easy 2-shot. Crypt thing blinked away. Okay. Locked chest. Locked but no trap? You sure about that? Apparently so. Okay. Rare. But not unheard of. There was some pretty good haul monetarily. Okay, we got the Monastic Lich here. Oh, we are also cursed, right? Yeah, I don't know when that happened. I was fighting a bunch of Master Vampires there back earlier, so presumably just one of those. What's happening here? Okay. I feel very stupid. Well, we do have that mushroom or a potion of restoring there. Feeling slower, you say? How about we fix that right up? And he blinked away. Cool. Speed staff, yes. I'm definitely gonna take 2 extra speed staffs. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, nice shot. Nice. Couple of very nice shots. Didn't lose any ammo either. Okay, got a mummified troll. 2 of them, actually. Right, but we got the Death Drake coming up or something like that. Yeah, Death Drake. I mean, I already destroyed a Dracolich on the way here, which I think is just way tougher than this thing. Yeah. It definitely was way tougher than this thing. Restore Strength. Not what we're missing. That's fine. Destroying a bunch of things here. Sheaf Arrows of Slaying. Now those might be worth destroying. Not really. Ammo very, very rarely is. There was that one time, I don't remember what it was, but some stack of some projectiles that was actually worth over 2,000 gold. But that is the absolute exception for sure, because every other one that I tried hasn't been worth than maybe a few hundred at most. And since you do have to, you know, specify the amount you want to destroy, it's just, you know, extra cumbersome to do and just extra not worth it for the most part. I forgot to enter the library here. That's okay. Slay the sea trolls. Oops. Really, this one tile in the corner is considered not detected. That's fine. Oh hey, Revenant. Something else is coming as well, it looks like. How are we doing speed-wise? Oh, we're looking really good because we have all these extra speed staffs for now. Didn't I see something else opening up a door here? I don't know. Oh, we got these things, the wall monsters, wreaking havoc. I think we killed them all before they were able to breach whatchamacallit, containment here. Because otherwise, if you allow them to roam free, they will destroy all of these white walls here eventually. Not, well, that I cannot easily highlight. There we go. Just granite wall. Everything that's not a permanent wall, they will just eat up. You know, which isn't necessarily that bad, but of course, it makes, well, it removes potential cover, so in that way it can be bad. Plus, of course, multiplying enemies like that can just make things very messy, even if they're not very tough. The Ring of Valinus. Plus 14, plus 11, plus 3 armor. Don't mind if I do, perhaps. Okay, let's actually quickly... Ooh, hey there. Ologs, huh? We're still fast. And they're all sleeping, of course, so... And we got some Ral's tomes here. In the back, of course. Okay. Destroyed it. The other one is still there. Destroyed that one as well. Okay. Just cure. Didn't take much damage there at all. And all of this, yeah, basically... Oh, there are more Ral's tomes. Whoops. Oh, that's unfortunate. It destroyed a bunch of books here. But actually we got to destroy the vast majority of them. What was that just now? Wow. Oh, that was 2 of them. Okay, I was gonna say, wait, is there like one random spellbook that's just way more valuable than all the others? No, were just 2 of them. I mean, that was a lot of money, though, between all of those books there. Not bad at all. You know what, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and restore. I don't like those drained stats. Don't like seeing all that yellow up there. Of course now I'm going to have my stats drained immediately by something else, but it's fine. This is all just ammo. Restore strength. Get away. Get away, Rod of Get Away. Knight's Shield Dwarven. Nah. Wooden chest, poison needle. Oops. Okay, well, and that's the entire western side of the dungeon cleared. Leaving only whatever is over on this side. Lesser Titans. Okay, I mean, we've already killed 2 Greater Titans, so clearly this is the not-so-tough side of the dungeon. Did I prematurely destroy that? Or is that one of those cases where it's actually going to be useful in this dungeon? I don't think so. Plus, we are capable of tunneling through walls, now that we're actually using a weapon, so it's fine. Okay, so far so good. Super identify, I mean, might as well, I guess. Let's take a look at that hammer. I mean, a Lucerne hammer is just... that is a one-handed weapon, right? Int and Constitution. Mana Brand, okay. Slays demons and giants. I mean, giants not particularly common. Of course, they are among the tougher enemies. Demons, of course, are quite common. Yeah. +2 int is not going to be super useful, but, I mean, those enchantments are pretty good. How about that ring? 11, 14, 11, 3 armor, resist blindness, see invisible. Versus... the Ring of the Devils gives us +4 speed, of course. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Let's see here. Sword of Tangri gives us 3 strength, which we would be losing. And it's not that much worse in terms of its enchantment, of course. I mean, hit chance is quite a bit lower, but that doesn't matter that much, of course. Charisma doesn't matter. Fear resistance doesn't really matter. Free action doesn't really matter. The illumination is nice to have, I suppose. The brands shouldn't make too big of a difference. So let's see. What are we looking at here, damage-wise? 272 base damage. Right, we don't have any buffs or anything right now, except for speed. $262, but very nice damage, very, very nice damage against demons and giants. And I mean, Mana Brand, 343. That applies to anything that's not a demon or giant in this case, because as far as I understand, the strongest effect is always going to apply when you hit something. The strongest effect that applies. So if it's a demon or a giant, they will be affected by their respective slay, because that's the strongest effect. But anything that is not somehow immune to mana, I think, and that is not a demon or giant, should get hit by the Mana Brand. And the normal damage is basically only for things that are immune to mana. I don't even know what kind of creatures that would be. Probably not that many. So maybe this is still pretty good. 343. We are missing out on something. What was it again? So many things to try and keep in mind. Well, I mean, this is already with the difference in strength, with 3 less points of strength. So honestly, the damage difference, even for the base damage, isn't that great. But yeah, we're not really getting anything from this hammer other than the brands and some constitution, I guess. Okay, I mean, it does push our hit points over 500, which is certainly not bad. We would have more than that without that. The gloves, was it? The gloves that reduce our hit points. I mean, I don't know. Okay, let me just remind myself one more time. So it's the mana brand, or force as it's called here, is 343. Which is just a little bit more. It's basically the same, of course, as our brand damage with the sword. So while the normal damage is a bit lower, not much lower, but just a little bit, that shouldn't really come into play that much, unless I'm misunderstanding how this works. And then, of course, whenever we're fighting demons, which are quite common, or giants, we're dealing very good damage. The game says that our melee is now down to Ember 10. So for some reason it does not consider this weapon better. And I guess in some ways it's not, but it's... I don't know, it's hard to say. I guess I'll use it a little bit and see how it feels. Of course, I've never used a Lucerne Hammer before, so I might not have... I don't know, I might have a bit of trouble hitting things. But it might also not be a problem at all. We'll see. Iron shots of exploding. Could those be worth something? A few hundred, yeah. Restore wisdom. Not right now, thank you. Also, there's actually a way through here that I somehow didn't realize. Okay, Angel is dead, and Lucerne Hammer skills are already improving, of course. It certainly doesn't feel like we have a lot of trouble killing things, but maybe those were not the strongest enemies we could have tried that on. There is a room full of demons coming up, though. Right here. I was expecting some sort of special messages about, you know, smiting the enemies or something. Oh, and now they're all awake. Please don't summon stupid flame spiders. Okay. Hammer skills are still improving. Unskilled, -6 to hit, but then it comes with a +25 to hit bonus, so yeah. Okay, maybe I should have shot that spider to try and get it out of the way, but oh well. More destruction. 6.9 million. Okay, those spiders are all over the place. I hope that doesn't cause too much trouble. I don't know if them wandering around is going to randomly wake up other enemies. Got a worm tongue in here. What? I didn't know that. Maybe I did at one point. Interesting. Well, he's right here, in fact. Speed up. Really wish I had some Slay Undead or Slay Evil. Slay Evil, of course, would be quite useful. There's so many different enemies. Arrows of Slaying. Leather Gloves of the Yeek. What now? Really destroy several leather gloves of the leak. Of the leak? Of the geek. Destroyed, but it didn't get any money for it. Interesting, okay. So they're just not worth anything? Apparently not. Oh, okay. Wormtongue was just a 2-shot. I wonder if he's usually here, or if that was somehow just... I don't know. Normally enemies are fixed during these quests, aren't they? But of course, what if you've slain Wormtongue before? Is he still gonna be here? Not sure. Okay. Here we go. We got Clear Hounds, not a problem. Mature Green Dragon, not a problem. Half Trolls, not a problem. Knight Fleece and Terror. I would really just like to kill that guy. Okay, I did. Thankfully, none of the things summoned were in any way problematic. Okay, and the second Death Knight wasn't either. Cure critical wounds. Wow, I haven't seen any healing potions in such a long time, actually, now that I think about it. Other than literal potions of healing. Huh. Rhino Head Armor Heat Shield. Could that be good? I don't know. Could be. Okay. Forgot that I had shot one of my bolts. I was getting briefly excited there about finding more of them. Nope. All destroying stuff. Restore Constitution. No, we're not drained. Potion of Super Healing. Nice. Plasma Bolt. Armageddon X. Get out of here. More potions of Super Healing. I think I have a few in my home inventory already. Let's see, was there anything else in this room? Nope, that's that. And this is where I killed those lesser titans earlier. Is there anything here? Well, let's wait down into that room. Let's go around here first. Oh, hey, one of those spiders. Fallen Angel. Can summon demons. Did summon demons. Do Byakis summon more demons? They absolutely could. The Shadow Fiend. Oh no. Please kill the angel. Thank you. And the good news is that all of these are demons. Does the Shadow Fiend summon? It apparently does not, interestingly. We are fast, but we're also completely surrounded. Well, we don't know what the Shadow Fiend is immune to. Are these guys immune to confusion? Of course they are. I mean, protection from evil, I guess, is probably maybe the most useful thing I can do here when I'm literally surrounded by evil creatures. Oh, the Bodak summons demons. What? Didn't even know that was a Bodek somewhere. Where is it? Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's a small U hiding among the large ones. Well, this could be interesting for sure. I can always teleport out. I don't think I'm in immediate danger, despite what it looks like. Oh, I'm confused. Well, I had to say something. I kind of wish this character had... I'm too confused. Too confused to cast spells. Oh, okay, right, that's a thing. Kind of wish this character had, you know, some kind of spinning move that just hits everything around him. But which one was that actually? Oh, that was the vortex, of course. Yeah, that would make sense. And the confusion sucks. What confused me actually? The Shadow Fiend. Okay, right. But there are so many enemies that can summon. Maybe I should take out... I mean, there's not a lot of room for more summons. So maybe that actually just limits how much they're going to do it. There is a large room to our north, of course, but maybe as long as we stay inside this corridor, they're not really going to summon more. And maybe I should take out the boss first, or try to. Well, for now, we're going to cure... Okay, we're dealing some damage here. Getting some stuff destroyed. Only stuff on the ground though, so it's fine. Yeah, the Shadow Fiend is going down. No problem. It's dead. Hammer skills keep improving. Unskilled -2, okay. Bloodletter doesn't summon. You do not summon. Clever Demon actually doesn't summon. Byaki does. Okay. Destroyed the Byaki. Great hit. Destroyed another Byaki. I think at this point, none of the adjacent enemies are summoners. But I'm gonna have to clear them out anyway. Okay, the Bodek is dead. Huh. Okay, apparently this was much less of a problem than I thought. We've also made a good amount of experience. Wow. We needed 450,000, I think, exactly, right? As we leveled up. So we made over 100k from these enemies here, from all the enemies since then. That is honestly not so bad. Okay, I'm not even looking at what I'm destroying here because there's just too much. I'm just gonna auto-destroy everything that will get auto-destroyed and worry about everything else later. Those, right, healing potion. Speaking of which, just heal up a little bit. Okay. Destroy. The weapon. The Cloak of Good Hope. Sure. I always hope that it's gonna be good. What? Oh, pack overflows. Right. What do we drop? I think I want to hold on to my old sword because I mean I'm doing fine with the hammer. I think. I really was hoping for those you know, satisfying messages about smiting my enemies or, you know, something like that. But I don't know, I guess I'm not seeing any of that. Not sure if that means that it's not always triggering or something. I don't know. But I certainly didn't feel like I had any trouble destroying my enemies. So it's working as an instrument of destruction. The Ring of Valenus. I mean, those bonuses are so tempting. But also, I don't know. I definitely don't need all of these speed speed staves. I guess I can get rid of the one that's not that great. The Rhino Hide armor, could that be good? I don't know. It's definitely not as good in terms of armor or combat bonuses. And Heat Shield kind of suggests that it's going to have fire resistance and not much else. But I would know for sure. I would like to know for sure, of course, rather than just assuming. Let's see what else we have. The soft leather armor of Foroshel, I guess. I mean, that has some nice combat bonuses. But the armor also isn't amazing. Oh, dang it. Destroy the speed staff. Yeah, it's fine. Read the scroll of acquirement. Let's see. Facet sword. Right? I guess it doesn't tell me, it just dropped it here. Pretty sure there wasn't an item there, so... Yeah. Grab. The bar chainmail crypt creep. Ooh, that's some nice armor. No combat bonus. Could still be good though. The small metal shield tornado shield. Cursed. Still interested in it though. That's a problem. Did we have more identification scrolls somewhere? Or did we have two and I used both of those? I think I did. Well, no. And once again, it's literally the... That's interesting. That I guess I must have... it makes sense that it would be perfectly symmetrical. Since I first detected from while standing on the stairs, on the entrance stairs. And then 2 more times when I was right up against the northern wall of the map, the northern edge, and right at the edge of the previously detected range. So apparently doing that leaves exactly 2 tiles, bottom left and bottom right tile, undetected. It's just an interesting coincidence, I suppose. Right, destroy more stuff. No. Plus 25, plus 11. Yikes. That's, I mean, yikes, not really. It's not really a yikes kind of situation here. That's, I mean, if it were reversed, wow, that would be amazing. And I assume, since those numbers are possible, a plus 11, plus 25 Ring of Combat could exist. Unless hit chance just inherently can roll higher. But as it is, we don't need that one. What are we doing? What are we doing about this? I mean, it's a cursed shield, so it definitely comes with some sort of disadvantage that will not be that we will not be able to remove completely. What was that? Oh, the dagger was worth 1 gold. Nice. Chief Arrows of Slaying. No. Okay, what's left in here? Greater Mummies. Alarm chest. Wouldn't even matter at this point if I triggered it. Scroll of Destruction, we don't need that, and it's not worth anything. Okay, just for science, Scrolls of Mundanity. How much are you worth? Probably not much. Never mind, 1,000 each? Okay. That's way better than I thought. Also, apparently there's still more enemies around? Oh yeah, it's probably just a wandering spider or two. Almost certainly. Oh, wait. Except there's also a roper here. That's the other side of that. And there's actually an enchantress in here. Okay. It's fine. I'm confused. Potion of Wisdom, still useful. Okay. Potion of Speed, Amulet of the Magi. My shot back, okay. And what's left? 2 spiders, an imp. That's random, but okay. I'm still gonna have to figure out what to do about that. About that shield. That imp was still there, interestingly. Have I actually overlooked that? No, surely not. So I don't know why it stayed in that place, even though I couldn't see it. You get destroyed. Come on, spiders. Stop being such a pain, please. Why aren't they even trying to attack me? What's the worst? That's the worst part. Don't they know where I am, or are they running? Surely they're not still afraid of me or something. They're just... Oh yeah, I suppose I could speed up. In theory, it could help if I did that. Okay. There we go. One more to go, I think. No longer safe from evil. Oh no. All the way up there. Okay. It trapped itself in that room, so... In theory... There we go. Quest complete. Well, that last little bit was definitely unnecessary, but... Okay. So we ended up with a ton of artifacts, 7.11 million gold, only, quote-unquote, only 313k experience to go. At this point, yeah, I just assume that if we get a final evolution, it's going to be at level 50. Probably not just at some random level between 45 and 50. That would be weird. Not impossible, but certainly not what I would expect. So yeah, I guess I'll just be clearing a couple more dungeons. There are definitely still plenty left. And I could always return to previous ones, of course, that feel a little bit safer, perhaps, once I'm starting to run out of, well, safe-ish new dungeons to do. Definitely got some decent experience from the enemies here, so I guess anything around level 50 should make for a mostly manageable, but also rewarding kind of difficulty level. Yeah. Yeah, well, for now, I guess I'm gonna end the episode here. Well, actually, I'm gonna leave first. I need to figure out what to do with this shield. I wanna know what it's all about. Could it be better than what we have? I mean, this Perseus shield isn't terrible. It's not terrible, but it's also not the most exciting thing. Armor-wise, this is better, but the curse effect is almost certainly going to make me not want to use it. But what am I getting rid of? I feel like there's no chance that this heat shield armor is actually good enough for me to use. Like, something called heat shield is definitely going to have fire resistance and not much else. And I want something with a nice variety of resistances on it. Feels bad though. Shouldn't there be something I can get rid of? I mean, honestly, the potions of speed or the potions of heroism, I have so many more in my storage. It feels silly to throw away 25 potions of speed just to identify some artifact that I'm not even going to keep, but on the other hand, does it really matter? I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, fine, heat shield, you can come. This is not even the right way necessarily. Well, it's also not the wrong way, so, you know. Also, I guess one final check. What am I doing here? Oh. The bar chain will crit creep. Oh, yeah. I guess I just left that because reasons? What reasons exactly were those? Was that also over here? Sure was. Wait, where did I leave that? Maybe I should be taking that instead of the shield. That is definitely not going to be good. I've definitely had that armor of Foroshell before. I remember that name. But that one has such a nice combat bonus on it. If only, you know, it's not going to have the resistances that I want. And the armor is not amazing, actually. So, probably not going to end up using that. But I still want to know. You know what? The ring is nice, but I did identify it and I concluded that I was not going to use it, so... I guess I'm not suddenly going to change my mind and use that. It feels bad to leave it behind, but, you know, It's what it is. Inventory management. Definitely my favorite part of this game. Okay. Was it from here? It was. And we got this Executioner Sword, Chris Durian. Ooh. Wow. 46 plus 23 plus 24. See invisible. Slay so many things. What? That seems pretty good, actually. But we can't fully identify here. But I might actually want to use this. Okay. Drop heat shield, pick this up for now. What do we do about this? Oh, we can always store something. Yeah, okay. Store that sword for now. Grab this, and well, while we're here, we're also gonna check this. Potion of resistance. I guess I can always get an extra one. Not that I ever actually used them. Actually, come to think of it, yeah, I never used them, and I have enough resistances. Do I even need to keep these, or is that a thing I could just get rid of? Definitely something to consider, actually. It's not like an extra, you know, an extra layer of resistance doesn't help at all, but I don't know. What am I doing here? What am I even doing? Rest, feed, teleport to... Doesn't really matter. Teleport to... Telmora, why not? Remember where the library is. Is it over here? It is. Okay. The Crypt Creep. Good armor. +1 to wisdom, dex, still searching, resist acid, fire, confusion, and sound. Electricity aura for good measure. Okay, it's not terrible, but the stats, the attributes aren't particularly great. +1 wisdom and dex doesn't really help. Acid and fire. Well, I mean, okay, my current armor is giving me like acid, electricity, fire, cold, poison, right? The standard set. This at least covers 2 of those. Confusion and sound resistance are definitely nice. The armor is nice. This one gives negative combat bonus though, which is not that nice. Photo Shell gives 3 wisdom, electricity, cold, poison, blindness. Okay, that's more than I thought. Aura of cold as well, but... And it does have a very nice combat bonus. The armor kind of sucks though. And the wisdom also is somewhat useless. Heat shield. Okay, resists fire, light, and nexus. Oh, well. Okay, not just fire. But again, armor is not amazing. Negative combat bonus. Come on. Cloak of Good Hope. 21 armor. +1 strength, dex, and constitution. Resist confusion and shards. And that's definitely decent. And finally, you. Cowardice. Wait. Drains HP. Okay, well. Well, some of those things should get removed when we uncurse it. Could this possibly be good to use? I mean, int, wisdom, kind of whatever, -2 dex. Even if that stays, I guess I don't care too much. Resist electricity, confusion, and nether. Sure. Slow regen, doesn't matter. Attracts animals, cowardice. Catlight Tread sounds like it's a good thing, even though it's in red. Drains HP obviously is not good. I don't know, it's certainly interesting. What do we do about this? Restore first and foremost. We are actually currently cursed, and we don't have room for anything. Oof. Okay, let's see here. What can we just get rid of? Actually, what can we just get rid of? Hold on. So, this cloak of good hope. Good armor, strength, index, constitution, confusion, insurance. Should I even do this on camera? Honestly, that's probably not really that interesting. I'm gonna look through all of these acquisitions and figure something out with them. Maybe one more thing before I end this. No, wait. The sword is a quest reward, so we know how good it is. Like, we know all about it. We don't need to identify it, that is. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the episode here. Rather than spending another hour just looking at items and going back and forth and comparing. And yeah, I'll figure something out, and obviously things are going to change between here and level 49.9, probably, if I make it that far. So, yeah, that's it. It's another episode. I don't know, I guess I really was hoping for that great payoff at level 45. It didn't happen, but we had a standard mid-game Angband adventure, I suppose, or FrogComposband adventure, and some more higher level Leprechaun gameplay for what it's worth. So yeah, I don't know, not what I was hoping for, but it's what it is. It's another episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye bye.